There you go.
Safety Committee, resolution for the previous minutes, so take a motion. Also second, right? Resolution number 408, 260, public hearing on proposed local law number Q 2016.
Okay, something this
There's a sheet.
Apparently we're gonna table the first four.
Can I have copies?
Well, that's something I wanted,
Why
I'd like to look into that.
Thanks.
This table thing is going on and on and on, I just think it goes on a little bit. I won't zip it around. They've been around too long. Some should be done one way or the other. That's up to, I wish somebody told me should go on. All right, number 5, authorizing the county's excluding lease to purchase agreement with the Bethlehem School District and the town of New Scotland regarding the Clarksville Elementary School for use by Albany County Sheriff and New Scotland Town Court. Sheriff?
Well, I hate to say this to you, but I'd like to table that. The issue that we have, sir, is that we're not going to pursue the lease. There was an education law that was kind of basically forbids that. So we can't pursue the lease. So we're looking at, the school board voted to just sell the building. So we're in the process right now working that out.
Sheriff, you think we're going to withdraw this thing?
Yeah, absolutely. The lease is definitely off the table, yeah, so we won't have to table it anymore.
Well, you can table it, on.
Put it under the table.
The ones that go on for months and months and it never happens.
Yeah, no, we had a hiccup with the lease. You know, once we really got into it, we didn't have any idea that there was an education law that basically, it's an old law that was on the books, and we're like, we just can't do this. So we went back to them and asked them to go back to the public to have a forum to just sell it. So, you know, unfortunately, everything takes 30 days. So they just did that, I believe, early January, and have agreed to just sell it to the county.
Okay, any questions for Sheriff? Oh, Gary?
Do you guys have a price yet?
I believe it's somewhere around 190,000, 198,000.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously it needs some work, but the school district, I
I thought
think,
it
is
was
ready.
at one time appraised at 7, wasn't it?
It appraised a little over 4.
4?
Yeah.
Sheriff, will they have to put it out for a vote, a proposition vote, and they're made?
They did it.
Oh, they already?
They already
voters
did
already
it.
approved
Everything's been approved for sale.
For sale,
And, you know, and we're anxious as well to kind of get moving, because we were in a little bit of a state of flux, so,
So you don't have to wait till May?
no.
Okay, so that's withdrawn, okay. Authorizing agreement with the towns of Bern, Scotland, Rensselaerville, Wetzelville, Delmar, Bethlehem, ambulance service regarding service, emergency medical technician services. Sheriff?
Mr. Chairman, this is an $800,000 agreement. This is all reimbursable by the towns. This supports our EMT program for the Delmar Fire District, New Scotland, and the hill towns that partner with us, all but Knox.
Any questions for the sheriff? Take a motion. Second. Anybody opposed? It's unanimous. Authorizing agreement with the various municipalities regarding participating in advance life support service program. Sheriff?
This is the other half of our program. This is the advanced life support portion. $1.8 million, again, reimbursed completely by the towns that partner with us.
Any questions for the sheriff? Take a motion. Second. Unanimous. Authorize this agreement with the number 8, right? Authorize submission of grant application with the New York State Division of Criminal Justice regarding video recording of statement equipment grant. Sheriff?
Department of Criminal Justice over the last few years have really instilled upon law enforcement that all interrogations should be videoed. We have installed a bunch of equipment. Some of it is antiquated. This $17,000 will go towards helping beef up our servers to store the interviews.
Any questions? No? Take a motion. Motion, second, unanimous. Number 9, authorize the submission of grant application to New York State Department of State regarding the Consolidation study with the City of Albany.
Just to clarify, this item was submitted, it was left off the agenda. Once the mistake was realized, we sent it out, we posted it on the website, and we notified members of the committee. And that's the handout that's being sent around now.
there's been a lot of chatter over the last 18 to 20 months of Albany looking to consolidate their dispatching services. I think it's the proper thing to do, and especially in the financial environment that this area is in. Basically, what this is doing is giving us the authority to engage in the process of the consolidation. This isn't saying the consolidation is a done deal or anything to that effect, but any grants that we go to apply for, especially through the Department of State, is looking for something in writing that both municipalities support the consolidation. So the City of Albany Common Council, I believe, passed it last week, and that's why I'm here tonight for the county.
Any questions? Yeah, Doug.
Yes,
There's
sir.
projected savings for each municipality on this, is that right?
There wouldn't really be a projected savings on behalf of Albany County, no. On the city, I mean, I'm comfortable saying yes. What that savings would be is very hard for me at this point. We may go a year or 2 years with no savings at all, and then maybe through some attrition and through technology savings, fiber that we don't have to pay for, things like that. Right now, the county pays for an awful lot of fiber to a lot of municipalities. And actually, we're going to start to talk to the other towns about, we can't sustain this anymore. It's time to, we either got to look at some sort of massive consolidation project, or you're going to have to start to absorb some of these bills. But the landline fees are down, cell phone is up, the landline's what pays for 911. The governor of New York, they collect roughly $220 million, they disperse roughly $70 million. So if they disperse the $220 million, there'd probably be no issue.
Yeah, yeah. I like it.
Yeah, Gary.
What's the,
I'm sorry, Rick.
go ahead, Mike.
Is this going to have, what effect would this have on personnel, on staffing levels?
Right now, I don't want to speak on behalf of the mayor, but I think they have roughly 39 dispatchers, something to that effect. I'm told that low 30s are actually filled right now. There'll be no layoffs. I mean, I would never sign on to anything that's going to be a layoff. Will there be some positions that are attrited out? Absolutely. We have 30-some dispatchers ourselves, so we'd be doubling our size. And, and Albany's busy. But again, it may be a couple years before any municipality, can actually see and realize the savings.
Thank you.
Gary.
What's the contract with Cahoes and Queens?
It's now expired.
Both?
All of them. No, I'm sorry. This is the last year, I believe, for Queens. I'm pretty sure this is the final year. That was I think that was for roughly 100 and some thousand a year for Queens. Obviously,
For how many
much
years?
smaller.
How much?
That was for 3 years. Their call volume was, it was a very easy
What about
management.
Cahoes?
Cahoes was a 5-year contract. They paid us somewhere around $600,000 or $700,000, I believe, a year amongst the Cahoes Waterville municipalities. That since has expired.
So are they gonna still continue to pay us, or are we absorbing that in the county?
The county absorbed that. It was a 5-year contract that has expired, and now it's completely on the county, on the burden of the county.
What about the city of Albany then? If are we gonna look at a 5-year contract similar to that?
I don't think the county could afford to do that. I don't think the county could afford a 10-year contract. I think honestly, with the size of the city of Albany, and again, we're really in the infancy stages, but I think the appropriate thing to do here would probably have something almost indefinitely. And I still think the city would realize a significant savings over the course of time. But I really think that this is going to be something that will have to be very long-term, if not indefinite. I don't think a 5-year, I think the county executive would probably want to cane me on the courthouse steps if we did a 5-year, because that would be a significant increase in the 6th year.
So from now on, the county's picking up an additional $600,000-700,000 a year, additional expenses, just for the 911 switch, Cahoes and Queens.
Yeah, it might be a little less than that, but yes, yeah.
Did you say Cahoes and Queens?
So, as we move forward with this, and the mayor has already stated that she wants something that's going to be good for both sides.
Right.
So hopefully,
Yeah, I envision a very lengthy, look, we're going to be doubling the size. And it's not something that could be worked out in a 5-year agreement. I don't even think a 10-year agreement would work it out. I think the proper thing to do would be to sign something, for maybe a 10-year with another, 10-year after that or something to that effect, but I can see that.
We pay them a fee to use their software, right? Are we still doing that?
No, we don't do that anymore.
You don't do that anymore?
No. No, we stopped doing that, and actually, we're trying to convince them to join onto a consolidated project that we're doing with Saratoga and Rensselaer counties. I think that would be the best thing for them to do.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Any more questions for the sheriff? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Paul.
What happens to the benefits of these employees who come from the city, becoming county employees?
It all gets negotiated. When Cohoes and Waterville came on, their time carried over, but their seniority did not, they didn't bump county employees. They came in on the bottom of the seniority poll, but their time came with them. And that's something that has to be taken into consideration as well. If you have somebody that's very close to retirement and they come over here for a year or two, does the county pick up that retirement? So that's what drives a lot of the costs over. So there's a lot of negotiations that have to go into it. Like I said, we're really in the infancy stages. We're just looking for permission to go out and to start to reach out to try to find some grants to help supplement the funds that are needed for it.
Any more questions? Make the motion? Second, anybody opposed? Unanimous? Thank you, Sheriff.